let's look at how to edit your video in iMovie on an iPad. So I'm opening up iMovie, and then down at the bottom you'll see it says Start New Project. So I'm going to tap on that. This is the latest version of iMovie, and down at the bottom I want to choose the one that says Movie. So here I can see all the clips of all the videos that I've recorded, and I'm just going to tap Create Movie down at the bottom. And so the first thing that I need to do is put my first clip in. So if I go to Video, and then I need to go to Recently Added, and then I can play through these videos and find the clip that I want. And when I've tapped on the clip that I want, I can press play to see if it's the right one, and when I'm happy I press the plus and it will come down to the bottom here. Now you may find that at the end of your clip you've got some spare space, so if I tap play here,
forever,
then Ben is very quiet just for a second at the end, and if I want to get rid of that last little bit I can tap on the clip and then get hold of this yellow line here, and then I can drag it inwards to the left, and then I can get rid of that last bit, and then I can play it back, and then just make sure that I haven't got too much empty space. Now for the next clip, I actually need some of the video footage that I got from Pixabay, so I need to come out of here, out of iMovie, and go find my Files app. I can see it down at the bottom, it's here, but if I pull my finger down and start to search for Files, you'll see that it comes up here as well. So I'm going to tap it, and I want to find the one down here that says Downloads. And then if you look, I can see the ones that I want. So here's the one that I'm looking for, this one that says Environment. I'm going to tap it, and then I should see it. I can play it to make sure it's the one that I want, and it is. So I'm just going to pause it. And then I want to put it into iMovie, so I'm going to click on this button up here, this share button in the top right. And then it will give me some choices of where to open it. Now I need to open iMovie, and iMovie's there. You should be able to see iMovie. If you can't see iMovie, you might be able to tap More and see it from that list. So I'm going to tap iMovie, and then it will open up iMovie again and say which video do I want to put it in, and I want to put it in the last edited, so the one that I've already got open that I'm working on, so I'm going to put it in this one. So if I tap on the last edited, then it gives me this choice, and I just need to choose Add to Movie. Now it will put it at the start, which is the wrong place, isn't it? So what I need to do is, if I put my finger on the video and don't let go, I can just drag it all the way to the end, and I can drop it in the end. If I pinch my fingers close together, then what that does is that zooms out so that I can see the end. I can see the whole movie. I haven't made it shorter, that's just so that I can see it more easily. That's just two fingers pulling them together. Now the next thing that I need to do now is to record my voice, so I'll show you how to do that. Now I did want to use Ben's voice to record this, but I haven't got Ben here, so I'm going to use my own voice. So I'm going to record my voice over the video. So in order to record this, what's called a voiceover, I'm going to click on this microphone here in the middle on the left hand side. And it opens up this control here, so you can see it's picking up the volume of my voice, but it's not recording yet. So when I press that record, it's going to give a 3-second countdown. It's going to beep 3 times, and then I can start to record my voice. You'll notice when I've finished, I need to press a button to stop it as well. It's a good idea to leave a second before you start speaking and leave a second after you've finished speaking.
Disappear and stays with us forever.
Lots of plastic ends up in rivers and oceans. It can get stuck in the stomachs of creatures who think it's food. It can even break down into smaller microplastics, which can get into our food as well. They are so small we can't even see them. So I've stopped that, so if I wasn't happy I could click retake and do it again, but I'm going to tap accept. And the first thing you'll notice is that this clip is very long and my recording is much shorter. So I need to chop something off the end of this clip here. So the way that I do that, just like we did earlier, if I tap on the clip of the plastic bottles in the sea, and then I just get hold of the yellow line at the end, and then I can drag it. Unfortunately, I can't see my video recording at the minute, so I'll just close that and have a look at it. So I need to go a little bit further, tap it again, and then if I move it in here, oops, just accidentally moved it. So try that again, move it in, there. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, but I'm trying to get it close so that when the recording finishes, the video finishes at the same time. So now you can see, if you look at the bottom of my video here, you can see I've got all my videos where I've got Ben speaking to the camera, and then I've got all my videos where I've gone to the Files app and got my videos from Pixabay and put them in. And down at the bottom you'll see that I've got 3 voice recordings that I've put in down there where I've recorded them. So remember, that's quite zoomed in. I can put 2 fingers on and move them apart, and you can see all those are there on my screen. Now, what I want to do now is I want to put some music on with my video. So in order to do this, I've already downloaded my music videos from Pixabay. So I'm going to go back to the Files app. So if I tap done on this last video, done, and then go back, you'll see that I'm in my downloads just like I was for the videos. And my first piece of music is called Tense Sad Piano, and it's down at the bottom of the screen here. So I'm going to tap on it, and then you'll see it says at the top, very helpfully, it says open in iMovie. Now if it isn't there, you can tap the share button and then you should be able to see iMovie there anyway, but I'm going to just tap open in iMovie, and it will open in iMovie, and just like for the videos, it says where do I want to put it. So I actually want to put this in the project I'm working on at the moment, which is mm21. So there we go, it's put the music down there at the bottom. So yours, by the way, it should just say last movie that you edited, just like the video. Mine's slightly different. But yes, so it's put that in. So if I play that, I should be able to hear Ben speaking in the video, and this is the sound of his voice, and then this is the music down here. So let's have a listen.
Hello, I want to talk to you about plastic pollution. We use plastic for so many things, from crisp packets to toothbrushes.
Now you might not be able to hear that, it might just be a little bit laggy, you might not be able to hear it as well as I can, but I could either turn Ben's voice up or turn the piano music down, and I can do that. If I want to turn Ben's voice up, I tap on the clip with Ben in it, and I tap on volume at the bottom, and I can slide that up or down. If he's too quiet, I could make him speak louder. If I want to turn the piano up or down, I tap the green where the piano is, and the same thing, go to volume, and I can turn that up or down as well. Okay, so the thing is that I want my music to change round about here, because I don't want this piano music to play all the way through. I want some different music. Now you might just have one piece of music that plays all the way through. That's really the easiest thing to do, but you might have made it a bit more complicated, a bit more challenging like mine. So I want, at this point where this white line called the playhead is, I want the music to stop, the piano music to stop, and some other music to come in. So I'm going to tap on my green piano music, and I want to drag the yellow line in at the right hand side, but I can't see it. So I'm just going to tap somewhere else and then put 2 fingers and pull them together like we did before, so that I can see the end. And now I'm going to tap on it, and I can see the yellow line at the right hand end, and I'm going to pull that in, and I want that to stop there. That's when I want my piano music to stop. So now I've got my piano music to stop. I can now go back to my Files app and get my other piece of music. So let's do that. So I'm going back to Files, and my other piece of music is called Inspirational Exciting, and I can see it here. So I'm going to tap on it. I could play it to check it's the right one if I wanted, but I know it is. So I'm going to open in iMovie. So the one I want is iMovie 22. Like I said, yours will be the last thing that you've used Mine isn't, which is just a little bit more complicated, but you don't need to worry about that. And what it's done is it's put it straight after the end of the first piece, which is exactly where I want it. So it's put my piece of music, my music will start there. So if you listen, when we get here, the piano will stop and the other music will start.
We can organise litter picks.
Now again, I think that's too loud. So what I need to do is tap on it, and then I can slide it down, and you'll notice the sound waves getting smaller, and then I can listen to that to see what I think, whether it's too loud or not. So just some extra things that we can do at the end. One of the things is I can tap on my music, and at the moment my music will stop all of a sudden and I want it to fade out. So you'll see down here at the bottom on the right it says fade. So if I tap on this button that says fade, I can just get hold of this yellow handle and drag it back a little bit. And what you might be able to see is that there's a line that's going down there. It's very difficult for you to see, but that will actually make sure that my music fades out. So if I press play, then my music fades out. I can also make my video fade out. Now I finished on a black screen and I'll talk about that in a minute, but if I want it to fade out, if I just go to the cog up at the top on the right hand side, if you can't see the cog, it's because you've got photos or videos open in this media browser. So if you click the X on that, tap the cog, and you'll see that it says fade out to black, fade into black. So I've just turned those on so that it will fade out and fade into black. Now the last thing that I wanted to show you was this. I've put this screen on here, video and music from Pixabay. So I'm saying thank you to the people that have let me use the copyright-free music. Now, to get a black screen, all I did was I put the iPad flat on the table and took a picture so that it's totally black. And then what I did was I went to this plus, and then I went to photos, and then my black picture is up at the top here. So I just tapped on it and tap the plus, and then it will add it down at the bottom. And once it's down at the bottom, I can then tap on it, tap titles, and then I can choose a title and I can have my title. So you don't have to do that. That's an extra that you might put at the end so that you've got some titles. You could even put something at the start on there. Sorry, it's not titles, it's credits at the end, but you can even put titles at the start if you want. But all that is an extra.